Hi and welcome to Healthy Bites, where we help you grow stronger, emotionally, mentally, and spiritually. Today we're going over 9 powerful phrases that might seem simple, but they can completely transform how you handle difficult conversations, make decisions, and protect your peace. These aren't just tips, they're backed by psychology and even studies from Harvard Medical School. When used regularly, they can help you become more confident, balanced, and emotionally secure. Let's dive in. Phrase 1, let me think about it before answering. Sometimes we feel pressure to give an immediate answer, whether it's at work, in a relationship, or with friends. But rushing leads to regret, and many times we react emotionally instead of thoughtfully. This phrase helps you buy time, slow things down, and avoid making decisions you'll second guess. It's a small but powerful way of saying, my opinion matters, and I want to give it the respect it deserves. Psychologist Daniel Goleman reminds us that emotional intelligence is about managing impulse, and this phrase does just that. It shows maturity, intention, and control. I don't feel comfortable with this. Boundaries are essential for healthy relationships, whether at home, work, or even with strangers. But many of us struggle to set them, either because we don't want to offend others, or we've been taught that being nice means always saying yes. This phrase is gentle but firm. It doesn't accuse or judge, it simply communicates your truth, and that's enough. It protects your space, your energy, and your values without conflict. Walter Dressel, author of What I Want, I Achieve, says, "If you don't define your limits, others will define them for you." Respect begins with clarity, and this phrase helps create it. No. Let's face it, this might be the hardest word in the world for some people. We often associate no with rejection, guilt, or conflict. But no is not selfish. It's a necessary tool for self-care. Saying no means you know your limits. It means you value your time, and you're not afraid to protect it. It means you're not afraid to disappoint others if it means staying true to yourself. As Mario Alonso Puig says, you are not defined by other people's opinions. Saying no is a way of reminding yourself and the world that you matter. This is who I am and I'm proud of it. There's something deeply powerful about embracing who you are, flaws, quirks, and all. People who are secure in themselves don't need approval to feel valid. They aren't shaken by criticism, and they don't change just to fit in. Instead, they stand tall in their truth, and that inspires others to do the same. According to psychologist Courtney S. Warren, people who feel good in their own skin tend to be more empathetic, more compassionate, and more emotionally resilient. When you love yourself, it shows, and it allows you to love others better too. Am I really like that? This one requires humility. When someone criticizes us, even kindly, our first instinct is usually to defend ourselves. But sometimes a little reflection can lead to a big breakthrough. Instead of reacting, this phrase invites you to pause and examine the feedback. It shows emotional intelligence. It tells the other person, I'm open, I want to grow. Greek philosopher Epictetus advised, if someone's criticism is true, correct yourself. If it's not, let it go. Either way, this phrase helps you rise above ego and lean into growth. I'll work on it. When we're criticized or things go wrong, our first instinct is often to defend ourselves, or worse, to fall into victim mode. We say things like, it's not my fault, or they made me do it, or nobody helps me. This is what some psychologists call instinctive victimism, a defense mechanism that helps us avoid discomfort, blame, or shame. But here's the truth, playing the victim keeps us stuck. It blocks growth, damages relationships, and strips us of personal power. Saying I'll work on it is a radical shift. It means you're choosing responsibility over excuses. It shows that you're willing to reflect, learn, and make things better. Not just for others, but for yourself. This simple phrase speaks volumes. It tells the world I'm not perfect, but I'm trying. And that kind of honesty is incredibly powerful. As Carl Rogers beautifully said, the curious paradox is that when I accept myself just as I am, then I can change. So instead of reacting with defensiveness or self-pity, try saying I'll work on it. It might just be the first step toward a stronger, wiser version of you. Phrase 7, how can I help you? In a world full of stress and distraction, these 5 words can create magic. They show empathy, they build connection, and they remind the other person that they're not alone. Offering help doesn't mean taking on everyone's problems. It simply means being present, available, and human. It can turn someone's day around. It can make them feel seen and heard. Audrey Hepburn once said, "You have 2 hands. One for helping yourself, and one for helping others. Kindness is power. Use it." This is important to me. Your values matter, your dreams matter, your voice matters. But sometimes we silence ourselves to avoid conflict or keep others happy. This phrase brings things back into focus. It gently reminds others that your needs are just as valid as theirs. It teaches people how to treat you by showing what matters to you. Author W. Clement Stone once said, "Courage is the ability to face the truth. So speak your truth even if your voice shakes. It will only grow stronger." I'll give it a try. Last but not least, this is the phrase of hope, growth, and movement. Perfectionism and fear of failure keep so many of us stuck, but trying, even imperfectly, is how we build confidence, experience, and joy. This phrase doesn't promise success, it promises effort, curiosity, action, and that's what matters. It's okay to fail. What's not okay is never starting. So go ahead, give it a try. You might surprise yourself. So, there you have it. 9 powerful phrases that aren't just good advice. They're daily tools to help you build confidence, set boundaries, and live more intentionally. Try using 1 or 2 this week. Notice how it feels, and most importantly, notice how others respond when you start showing up with clarity and courage. Thanks for joining us here on Healthy Bites. If you found this video helpful, give it a thumbs up. Subscribe for more health and nutrition tips. See you next time.